Here is a video of the 1994 Tomy Big Loader set in action. Watching the motorized chassis go through the loading station, elevator, transfer ramps, spiral tower, delivery chute, and hoist is mesmerizing. In 1994, Tomy released the Big Loader set as a replacement to the previous Big Loader construction set. Advertised as a construction set that does it all, a kid ages 3 and up can watch all the action. Loads, fills, scoops, hauls, and dumps. The Big Loader set, once set up, has a layout size of 22¼ by 22 inches with 8 feet of track. It is difficult to find a complete Big Loader set in 2024, as most have been well played with and are missing parts. I purchased 2 partial sets on eBay in order to assemble one complete set. I made a copy of the front page of the Big Loader set assembly instructions so that I could properly inventory the required parts. Here is a picture of the inventory process. Finally, I had a complete Big Loader set. Unlike the Big Loader construction set, the Big Loader set does not have reverse action buttons, as seen circled in this picture. If you already own a Big Loader set, you could order replacement rocks from Amazon. There will be an Amazon link for replacement rocks in the description of this video. History. The Big Loader construction set was the invention of inventor Makoto Sato. Big was added to the name as a tribute to the Great American Expanse. The genius of this playset is how a single moving motorized chassis is transformed into a scoop lifter, dump truck, and skip loader using interchangeable bodies. The Big Loader construction set was distributed by Parker Brothers and sold out quickly when it hit the United States market. The original run of this toy was from 1977 to 1982, then being offered again from 1989 to 1993. In 1994, the original Big Loader construction set was replaced by the Big Loader set. In recent years, the Big Loader construction sets could be purchased new in John Deere Johnny Tractor motif, and Thomas the Tank Engine themed sets. Unboxing. The dimensions of the Tomy Big Loader set box is 19¾ inches long in length by 14 inches in height and 4½ inches in width. The box housing all the pieces weighs a mere 4 pounds and 2.2 ounces. All parts are conveniently housed in a cardboard tray that slides out of the side of the box. Setup. Setup is a snap using the provided assembly instructions that show steps in both text and graphical format. It is important that the loader gate be properly seated into the loading station, otherwise the motorized chassis will not reverse. The battery cover must be removed in order to install the battery. The motorized chassis is powered by one AA battery. Time to replace the battery cover. The bottom of the motorized chassis has 2 posts. When flipped down, they fit into the center slot of this set's track. This lever reverses the motorized chassis direction and is switched at certain points on the track. The power switch is located on the front of the motorized chassis. Once powered on, the motorized chassis must be placed in this position on the track to start the festivities. The setup of the Big Loader set is complete. Uninterrupted, it takes about 45 seconds to move through all the stations. Per the assembly instructions, you can connect the big loader set to the older big loader construction set to create a big loader layout. This is accomplished by removing the buffer and adding the T-point track D. Repair. The motorized chassis included with this big loader set had an issue where the drive wheels would stop spinning under the slightest load. Time for repair. First, you must remove the battery cover, then remove the AA battery. Of interest is that the motorized chassis plastic was molded using the original 1977 mold used for the big loader construction set. 2 screws must be removed to reveal the electromechanical contents. Once the gearing is removed, 2 wires must be desoldered from the motor solder lugs in order to remove it. It is important to remember which colored wires go on each solder lug, otherwise forward and reverse directions will be swapped. You can remove the lever once the motor is removed. I decided to test the motor by powering it using a single AA battery. The motor is in working order. Here is the completely disassembled motorized chassis. I used box tops to contain the pieces during repair. A drop of Labelle 108 oil intended for model railroads is applied to the back motor bearing, and the front bearing as well. One thing I forgot to do is remove the reverse lever from the bottom cover for cleaning. All parts were thoroughly cleaned using Windex. Q-tips were used to get into tight spaces. All gears should be inspected for cracks which would cause them to slip on the shaft. Finally, I discovered a cracked gear, the root cause of the issue. If possible, you should replace cracked gears. You might have to superglue the cracked gear to the shaft if it is of a regular size or you can't find a replacement. Time for reassembly. First, the lever must be installed. Then the motor. The 2 wires must be soldered to the motor's lugs. It is important to remember which colored wire goes to each solder lug, otherwise forward and reverse directions will be swapped. Time to reinstall the gearing. The idler shaft must be installed first, then the drive shaft assembly. The planetary gear used as a reversing mechanism is then installed. The reverse lever is installed. Then the motorized chassis bottom is installed with 2 screws. Turning over the motorized chassis reveals the battery compartment. Once the AA battery is installed and the battery compartment cover is put in place, the motorized chassis is ready to go. Conclusion. Thank you for watching this how-to repair video on repairing the 1994 Tomy Big Loader set. Please like this post and subscribe to Rust Belt Vintage Toy Repair so that you're alerted my future posts.